is, it's the mighty SUCRAM, sleep croom, tired SUCRAM, sleep croom, tired.
Oh my god.
We are back for episode 18 of Kiss My Ass Daily. And, fuck the Penguins. Alright, we got stuff to talk
And the
about today.
Rangers.
No, shut up! Shut up! My show! Shut up! Shut up! Just fuck the Penguins. That's all. Fuck the Penguins.
Yeah, okay.
I think the
Shut up.
ASPCA would have a problem with that.
I think you're probably right.
Anyways, a ton of shit to talk about. The Capitals. What's good with those? How they doing at hockey? They're doing at hockey pretty good. The last couple of games. I think we recovered. We did the 3 games past, plus the Philadelphia and Utah game. So we got St. Louis, Tampa Bay, Ottawa, New York. All right, let's do this. Capitals lose 5-2. That's all we gotta say. All right, Philip Broberg scores 11 minutes in. Capitals looked disinterested, and you want to know why? Because a certain bad voodoo was at the game. Every time Jared's at the game, we lose 9 out of 10 times. Pierre-Luc Dubois would tie it 4 minutes later. 3 minutes after that, Broberg again. They're Connor McMichael on a sweet goal. Makes it 2-2. But then, a terrible turnover. Dylan Holloway. Then another bad turnover. Parenko. Then the empty netter. 5-2 St. Louis wins. Capitals look like shit. Yeah, let's just move on from this one. This one. Tampa Bay. Oh, before I did point out, I did say 5-2 St. Louis.
I believe you did.
I predicted that shit. I was almost close to score on this one, but Tampa Bay wanted to go play spoilers and score an empty net goal. So power play goal with 3 minutes left in the first period by a bum named Mitchell Chaffee. Then that is a sad middle finger. Anyways, Gage Conclaves makes it 2-0, but then Ovi on a weird shot finds the back of the net, 2-1, and then Brandon Hagel seals the deal. Jared has now gone to the last 10 out of 12 Caps games he has gone to. They have suffered a loss. Thank you, Jared. You're a fucking asshole. No more Caps games until next year.
You're welcome. Now we can let Winnipeg get that President's Trophy. Go get that trophy, Winnipeg.
Well,
have a banner to raise.
There's a problem, though. The Capitals have won 2 straight since you stopped going.
Yeah, and Winnipeg's been losing.
All right.
But they're beating the right teams.
Who, Winnipeg?
Okay.
Winnipeg? Hell no. Winnipeg lost to Philadelphia.
What?
Yeah, they lost to Philadelphia the other night. They also just lost to the Islanders 3-2.
Yeah.
No, they play Philadelphia tonight. But they lost to the Devils. I think they lost to the Devils. No, they lost to the fucking Flyers in a shootout. Then they lost to the Islanders. So, yeah, they lost to the Flyers the other night. Embarrassing. They're on a 3-game lose streak right now. They're on a 3-game losing streak. All right. I should probably pull this up. Might as well, fucking cunt. There we go. Your mom's a whore. All right, so Tampa Bay wins 3-1.
Slap him.
Jared,
He's in the other room. I can't reach him
Jared,
right now.
don't make me drive 6 hours to go up there just to kick you in the nuts. I will. I fucking will.
I'll have them dangling and ready for you.
Good, because I'm gonna kick them so hard they're gonna go up your fucking. You're gonna go upside you. You're gonna become a female real quick.
Oh God.
I would buy that T-shirt.
What? Kick your nuts so hard you become a female?
No, dangling and ready.
Oh my.
Of
All right,
course
here
you
we
would.
go. Ottawa gives us trouble. And if the playoffs started tonight, we would be playing Ottawa.
Oops.
So,
Battle of the Capitals.
nah, we're gonna be playing the Rangers in the first round. I got a feeling that's gonna be the matchup. All right, Dubois on a sweet pass. No, Ferravari gets the primary assist. So primary assist to McMichael makes it 1-0. Then Dubois right after that makes it 2-0. Then Tom Wilson in the second period on the power play makes it 3-0. Then the Capitals decide to stop playing hockey. Shane Pinto scores to make it 3-1. Claude Giroux makes it 3-2. Shane Pinto again on a tip. Just a tip. Just a tip. Just a tip. Makes it 3-3. Then Martin Fittavati.
That's going to
Makes
be
it-
me tomorrow since I just had tacos for dinner.
Shut the fuck
Oh
up.
my God.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh Jesus Christ.
See, we don't just provide hockey information on this channel. We provide
I'm lighting a match. I'm lighting a match to cleanse you. You've been cleansed. You've been cleansed.
Don't make me get the sage.
You've been cleansed. The power
more
of
correctly
Christ
than-
compels you. Anyways, Brady Kachuk.
Palo Santo.
I need a young priest and an old priest. Brady Kachuk. Austin Powers, 2003. Brady Kachuk makes it 4-4 late with a minute left in the period. No goals in the overtime.
Who scored that? Who scored that goal?
Brady Kachuk.
God bless you.
Brady Kachuk.
Bless you.
Kachuk.
All right, go get a napkin already.
Hey! Get out of there! Come get your dog!
Mary Jane.
Calling her's not coming to get her.
I'm too lazy.
God. Anyways, no one scored in the overtime. We go to the shootout.
Ugh.
Dubois, save. Batherson, glove save, Logan! John Carlson, don't know why the fuck he's shooting second, save. Stutza, glove save, Logan! Dylan Strome, holy shit. I didn't think he was going to score, but he scored. He undressed Allmark more than I would undress a woman that I'm in love with. Capitals 1-0 in the shootout. Claude Giroux comes in, save, Logan! Caps win 5-4. Caps win their first shootout of the season and take the season series from Ottawa. All three games went to extra time. Capitals have gained 5 points, where Ottawa gained 4 points. Yeah, this was a bullshit game. Capitals, they looked good for the first 40 minutes of this game. Then that last 20 minutes, just their worst period in all of hockey. Gil,
That's me.
Gesundheit. Gesundheit.
Stutzla.
Shut up, fat boy.
You want to see some fat? I'll show you some fat.
Send it to Cheryl later. She wants to see some of that fat, chunky.
Absolutely not.
Don't worry, Cheryl. I got you.
No, thank you.
Don't need that.
Woo! I'm on fire tonight. Someone put me out. All right.
Absolutely not.
Let's
Put
get
you out like a cat?
Let's talk about last
Oh,
night's
my
game. We
Lord.
live streamed that son of a bitch. Capitals win that game 3-2.
Swear to God, I thought he was gonna have a stroke last night. It was bad.
Yeah, Marcus, you want to go back on that reaction to the Rangers' second goal?
Oh my God.
Go back and watch the live stream and literally look at my face the whole entire time he's going off.
All right, what the hell did I miss?
Go watch the
Oh
live
my
stream
God.
from last night and fast forward to when the Rangers scored their second goal.
You will not beat me.
And then
You will not beat me.
there was a couple of ones but that one in particular, he was.
You will not
I
beat
swear
me.
to God, I thought he was gonna have a stroke.
You will not beat me. No. I'm better than you.
I thought he was gonna have a stroke. It was bad. It was really bad.
What the fuck was this officiating?
It was worse than that even.
Oh yeah.
You know what?
Penalty after penalty after penalty called against the fucking Caps. I swear to God that Ethan Franklin wasn't even a fucking penalty. It was his own fucking stick that hit him in the fucking face.
Hey, Marcus. I got the freak out saved. You want me to send it to the group?
No. I'm good.
And then there was the non-call that led directly to a goal.
I am getting to that. Hush.
Yeah, God, Cheryl, give him
Your
a chance
face.
here. Don't let him spaz out again.
This game felt clearly fucking favoritism towards the fucking Rangers. And they weren't even fucking trying to hide it either. And Rangers fans are, the refs screwed us. The refs screwed us. Yeah, okay, bullshit. You only had a point because of the fucking refs.
And yet we still pulled out that win.
Anyways, Capitals score at 1 minute and 4 seconds in. Pierre-Luc Dubois.
Speaking of pulling out,
Oh, here we go.
I'm going to let that slide. Pierre-Luc Dubois, as much as I'm going to let Pierre-Luc Dubois sliding after he scored this goal. I'm going to let that slide just as how Pierre-Luc Dubois slid when he scored this goal.
Make
Dubois
sure it slides when you pull out.
When Dubois scored, he makes it 1-0 in 1 minute and 4 seconds in. Then Artemi Panarin ties it up. It looked like it was offsides, but they weren't going to challenge it because it was too inconclusive. They weren't going to fucking risk it. Capitals would get some penalty trouble in this first period. Too many men on the ice has been their kryptonite this year. Then a double minor for what clearly looks like his own stick hitting him. Ethan Frank's stick never even makes contact with him, but he goes in for a double minor. Capitals kill it. And right there and then, this game felt like, yeah, we're going to be battling the Rangers and the fucking refs tonight. Second period begins, and it's back and forth. It's like a field period. Like, no one's really taking advantage. The Capitals have outshot the Rangers each period they outshot them. But then a miss, Matt Rempe, interference. Yes, Matt Rempe interfered with Connor McMichael, Rangers fans. Hitting a player without the puck is interference.
Wow, there's a shocker. Rempe does something stupid.
And it turns around, Sam Carrick finds the back of the net. But Rangers fans, oh, the refs cheated us! They cheated us! Game's 2-1 at the end of the second period. Capitals are basically fighting an uphill battle because, again, another stupid penalty and another penalty. A penalty they give to Matt Roy, who that's not even fucking interference. He had the puck, but they called it interference. But then he proceeds to get punched in the face. Nothing called. Capitals kill it off. Then Capitals get back-to-back power plays. This is where I felt like the refs were making some makeup calls for the Capitals. They gave Trocheck a holding against Eller. Jones got hooked against Eller, and Borgen got hooked against Majapani. Ovi, with 10 minutes and 28 seconds into the third period, on a beautiful shot, finds the back of the net. 10 goals away, baby. 50% off pizza, baby. Better pizza, better ingredients. Papa John's. Shut up!
You know, she gives you a place to live, man. I'd watch it if I were you.
Yeah, but she kicks me out. Nothing else will get done around the house.
He's not wrong. He's actually been doing pretty good. He actually cooked dinner last night. I was impressed. He made spaghetti last night.
Wow, you didn't get food poisoning?
No.
I'm a good chef, dude. My uncle was a class chef before he became an alcoholic.
That's lovely.
All right, overtime, back and forth. Then apparently there was a missed holding call on the Washington Capitals that led to the odd man rush, that a couple Rangers fans were crying, saying the refs blew them, the refs screwed them, they should have won the game. And Dylan Strome makes Brandon Schneider look like a fucking bitch. Brandon Schneider goes down thinking he's going to swap the puck, and Dylan Strome's...
Rangers make themselves look like bitches.
I'm not done talking! Brandon Schneider goes down.
What are you guys doing today?
Brandon Schneider goes down for the swipe. Dylan Strome does the toe drag of the year. Goes around, finds Tom Wilson. You know, the bigger goal scorer that Tom Wilson is, he's going to find the back of the net. And he scores, and all I hear from the Rangers fans is, boo! Boo! The refs cheated us!
Rangers boo their owner.
Because they're already too busy booing him for the Knicks. Capitals win 3-2. We officially have swept the New York Rangers. Capitals have scored. Ovi has scored in all 3 Rangers games. Crazy to think that. But he has. He scored in all 3 of them. He scored 2 in the first game. I think he's got an empty netter in the second game. Nope, he has a 5-through goal. 5-through goal in the second game, and he scored the game-tying goal in the third game. So Ovi has 4 goals in 3 games against the New York Rangers. But I'm going to tell you right now, I don't want to play them in the playoffs. I don't.
No. Not after last year.
It's just for some reason, since we beat them in 2011, the Rangers have had our number. Gil, I'm sure you were pissed about the way the refs were calling this game. Probably not as pissed as me, but I'm sure you were fuming when they scored a goal on a clear interference call that was missed seconds before that happened.
Oh, I wasn't too happy, but I knew they'd come back.
They outplayed the Rangers all game.
I don't know about that. I wouldn't say that. They definitely outplayed the Rangers the last 25, 28 minutes of the game. They definitely outplayed them then, but
right,
it was not a very good start.
I mean, how better of a start?
It went well. Okay, so they got the opening goal, but then they kind of gave up the play after that.
All right. So the next game we got here is the Detroit Red Wings, which me and Gil are going to this game.
Woohoo!
But not
Save
together.
me a bobblehead.
Sorry, I can't. I have a couple people lined up going to this game with me.
Come on, man! Look at this. I need to finish the collection.
Where'd you get those bobbleheads?
One of my friends saved a couple extras. I paid her like $7 for them because that's how much it cost her to ship them.
Then do it again.
Well, I'll see if she's going to the game.
Ask Bryce. Bryce finds a shit ton of them, dude. People,
Bryce or Jim, one or the other.
they just fucking hand
I
it to
say,
him.
I mean, I got Laneway, Gartner, Bondra, Kolzig. Now I just need Ovi and Backy with them.
Apparently, Mike Green is him and Backstrom are hyping some people up, getting ready for this game. Yesterday.
Mike Green, missed that guy.
Well, it's apparently going to be him, Semin, Mike, Ovechkin, and Backstrom as the guys that'll be there. I don't know what goalie's going to be there though. It might be Semin Varlamov, but I don't know if he's hurt or not. Did they say who's all going to be there?
I don't know.
Good thing it's not a Carolina reunion.
Why?
Well, Simmons signed with them a while ago after he left the Caps. So
Yeah, after 2010.
so then he got to play. Then he got to play with Jordan and Eric, the brothers. So you had the Semin between the stalls.
Oh my God!
Oh,
Stop
God.
it.
Oh my God.
Oh my lord!
All right.
So we got Osner, Backstrom, Green, and Johnson.
Probably Bondra will be wandering around.
Well, Bondra was already there for the.
I mean, Wandra.
Actually,
Also,
Bondra's always wandering
who
around.
the fuck is Johnson? Is that Brent Johnson?
Brent Johnson, maybe.
Probably, yeah.
He wasn't. Was he part? I don't think he was part of the team during the fucking Rock the Red.
Brent Johnson?
Oh yeah, 2005.
He was.
Yeah.
He was.
So it's Carl
For a
Osner,
few
Nicholas
years.
Backstrom. So Carl Osner, Backstrom, Mike Green, and Brent Johnson will be the guys that are getting honored. I mean, I'd rather do Varlamov. Varlamov was a bigger part of that fucking that team during that era.
But he's still playing though, right? He's still on the Islanders, right?
Yeah,
Why would he?
And Ovechkin's still playing.
Point being, he
Chicken.
won't be anywhere near the damn building. He'll be doing something else.
I think he's hurt. Varlamov is actually hurt, so I think he could technically attend.
Well, if I had to play for Lou Lamoriello, I'd be hurt too.
Yeah, he's out indefinitely. He's on the LTIR, so technically he can show up. Another guy who could show up is Michael Norvert.
Noivert? Yeah, that would be.
Theodore could also show up because Theodore was technically the big goalie during their rise to making the playoffs again. He was the one in net. Honestly, I would put Theodore over Johnson. I feel like Johnson was more earlier than that. I mean, yeah, that was towards the end of his career, but I feel like Theodore should be Jose Theodore should be here instead of Brent Johnson. Because we're talking about the 4 guys or the 5 guys, including Ovechkin. So Ovechkin, Carl.
Five guys. That's what you have for dinner.
Oh God!
5 guys is fucking terrible. I'd rather go to Sonic.
It's good, but you need to take.
Shut the fuck up! I am talking! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
No, Jared's right. You got to sell your kidney and a half. Just to pay
Sonic!
That's what we should get. Sonic.
Okay.
I want the.
You cannot tell me to shut up, Marcus.
I can tell you to shut up.
That doesn't mean he has to, though.
Yeah, I don't listen to him.
You don't listen to anybody, not even yourself. You tell yourself to go do something like, no, don't tell me what to do.
Damn straight, dog.
I kind of want that one of their slushies from Sonic, so we should do that. Do they sell? They do salads, right?
I have no idea.
You can look it up.
Fuck.
What was that?
Somebody just hurt themselves.
Jared farted and he hurt his butt. So I have breaking news. Breaking news.
You're coming out of the closet.
The look on his face. The look on his face. He's not even gonna dignify that with an answer. Good for you, Marcus.
See, I learned if you don't respond to him, he doesn't win, and he just has to move on. Breaking
That's
news:
what you think.
the Washington Capitals
Oh no.
have acquired
Oh, here we go.
on April 12th
Oh, for God's sake.
Here we go.
a certain right winger from a certain college in Boston. Capitals are probably going to stay put here at the trade deadline. It's a smart thing to do. Like I said, their moves are probably going to be getting the kids from college. I mean, I honestly, who's left out there? I mean, they could go after Ryan O'Reilly. I mean, they could go after Ryan Donato. But I mean, like, really, there's nothing Washington can do that feels like is a need right now. Me and Gil kind of had this conversation last night. Oh, did you guys see the X account? The Capitals, what they posted on the X account?
Mr. Beast.
Yeah, you showed me.
Oh, that was fantastic. That is fantastic. Their troll level is so high. All right. Capitals and other news. Capitals released yesterday or Monday. They released their 50th anniversary of the cherry blossom jerseys, and it is a very different jersey this year. It's a screaming eagle with cherry blossoms and purple star or pink stars instead of white stars.
I actually kind of like it.
I do too, but I hope Fanatics isn't making it.
Of
No,
course
Fanatics
is
won't be
making
selling them.
Fanatics is making them.
Oh
Really?
man, they use fragile ass materials. You pick it up, you'll be popping the cherry.
Are you trying to tell me you're taking the virginity of these jerseys by picking them up?
If Fanatics is
Oh
making
my
them, yeah.
God.
Fanatics does not make a bad jersey, okay?
Yes, they do.
No, they don't. All of my jerseys are Fanatics, and they're fine. You're just unlucky. Fanatics, this is their first ever year doing the jerseys. Give them some time. They'll be fine. I mean, Adidas was the same way. Adidas was terrible. Reebok was terrible for their first year. Jacob Chikrin was just on the latest episode of Break the Ice to detail his childhood, career, and more, possibly, potentially re-signing with the Washington Capitals, which Jared did not understand that last night. If we sign Jacob Chikrin now, his contract won't go on the books, the new one, until next year.
That's right.
Because he's still under contract, which is why a lot of teams sign players before their contract ends up, because then that new contract, which is why the Oilers signed McDavid that huge contract when he was still like 2-3 years left on his rookie deal, and that didn't go in effect until 4 years ago. And guess what? It's almost time to pay him up again. Let's see what Connor McDavid's contract is. All right, Gil. So, how do you feel after that?
With my fingers.
I'm in no mood for this shit tonight.
Well, I mean, you keep setting yourself up.
No,
I
I'm
mean,
not.
you weren't in much of a mood last night. Could it get much worse?
I was in a great mood last night.
Yes, I could tell. You were a ray of fucking sunshine.
Yeah. Hey, we won, didn't we?
Yeah.
Let's see McDavid's contract. Gil, how do you feel about the Capitals after the last 2 weeks.
They were bound to run into some adversity. I wasn't too bothered by the losses. Two of them were to playoff teams non-playoff teams that don't want to be non-playoff teams. They're desperate. One of them was a team that thinks it's a contender, wannabe contender. So much,
Tampa Bay.
yeah, so much so that they traded for a guy that used to be on their team a while ago, and I mean, it was bound to happen. I hate the losses, but it was going to happen. They found a way to win against Ottawa, and it was a great comeback win against the Rangers. So they have not lost that ability. Now they still do shit during games that this late in the season is shit they should not be doing. But other than that,
it's only March. We still got another
Because the mighty
season and a half.
SUCRAM wasn't at the game.
There we go.
He's in retirement right now. Sipping Mai Tais on the beaches of Normandy. So Connor McDavid's contract does end in 2 more years. But we were kind of talking about this, me and Jared, last night. Ovi, to think, after next year, Ovi's done. He's done. We're not going to have Ovechkin after next year. The only thing that was going to keep him to sign again was that Gretzky's record. Unless he goes next year without a goal and remainder of this season without a goal, he's beating it. And I just don't. Ovi has already stated from day one that he wants to play in Russia one more year. His last ever season of hockey wants to be in the KHL. So
Dynamo Moscow has stated they're already getting things ready for his return.
Yeah, so I think he goes back and plays season age 41. He plays with them, retires, comes back to the Capitals, signs a one-day deal, retires at the Capitals, and joins the commentary booth for the remainder of his life. To think, Gil, can you believe it? We're 1 season away from Ovechkin potentially retiring.
it's I don't know. For once, I'm speechless. I don't know what to say, but it's been a great ride.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm saying that after all these years, but yeah, it's next year. It's going to be time to start preparing for life after O. And believe me, once you've had the big O, nothing compares.
You never row again.
There will never be a number 8 on the Washington Capitals ever again.
That went right over everybody's head, but that's fine.
No, I got it. I just didn't say a word.
Oh,
I got it.
Well, of course Cheryl got it, but
Gil, you got to remember, me and Jared are still in our 20s.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we'll do something next year. We'll do like a highlight package of Ovechkin, and we'll do our fondest memories of him. From and there's a lot. There's a lot of memories.
Yeah, there are.
How emotional do you think his last game with Washington will be?
Oh my God.
If it's a home game, very emotional.
They gotta make it a home game.
You know they're gonna make it a home game.
I'm sure if they know that next year will be his last year, the NHL will set up the schedule right so he does play his last ever game with them at home.
The only thing that'll piss me off is if they make it a national televised game.
They're going to make it a national televised game.
They will.
It needs to be
All
called by
right,
Joe Bennett.
fine.
No.
Then make it a national televised game, but hire Joe B. and Locker for the
To call
network
it.
for that day.
Right. To call it.
Let them do it.
Honestly,
They have
I
to.
still think Doc Emmerich should be the one that calls his last game. Get that man out of
That would
retirement.
Hell, have them there with Joe B. and Locker. Those
Yes.
three'd be perfect.
Yes. Absolutely.
Doc Emmerich has called some more memorable games. especially the entire Sidney Crosby and
Isn't he one of the few broadcasters in the Hockey Hall of Fame?
yeah, he called majority of the Sidney Crosby and the Ovechkin rivalry. He called the game against Game 7 between the Islanders and the Capitals in 2015. He called Game 7 in 2015 between the Rangers and the Capitals. So Doc has I feel like Doc, if he's gonna come out of retirement, it's gonna be something like that. Where they're gonna find a way where their last game of the season is Pittsburgh and Washington. And
Probably.
I would not mind Doc Emmerich calling that fucking game. Because that's the only thing I think would get Doc Emmerich out of retirement. Is he can call Ovechkin's last game.
And he at least would be impartial. Unlike
But-
a certain Ray Ferraro.
Honestly, I'd get Doc Emmerich, Eddie Olchuk, and Pierre Maguire to call that game. It'd be like old times.
That would be awesome.
It'd be old times.
That would be epic.
It'd be old times.
I might have a few opinions about Pierre Maguire for that.
And Pierre Maguire is a lot better than Ray Ferraro because Pierre Maguire actually, when he's not calling the Penguins games, he doesn't talk about them at all. Or if he's playing against, like, say, Washington plays another team, he actually favors Washington. The only time he doesn't favor Washington is when they play the Penguins. Whereas Ray Ferraro, on the other hand, Ray Ferraro favors everyone we play.
Yeah.
So I'd
does.
rather have the old
Sickening.
Booth in there. If they can't do Joe B, which they're not gonna do because they're gonna want to do some more mainly broadcast. Well, then fucking bring back Doc Emmerich, Eddie Olchek, and Pierre Maguire. Fuck, bring back NBC because I want to hear that fucking NBC theme again.
Well,
Nah, 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 nah,
Let
nah,
me
nah,
stop-
nah, 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 nah.
let me stop you there. They're bringing in NBC. Anybody but Mike Milbury is fine.
Well, he's never gonna have another.
Yes.
He's never gonna touch a broadcasting booth again after what happened to him in 2018.
Yeah.
That's
he
true.
shouldn't.
He better not.
But seriously though, bring back NBC, Doc Emmerich, Pierre Maguire, Eddie Olchek, and play that theme one last time. You know what?
Yeah.
We're gonna get copyrighted for this, but I don't care. That theme's way better than fucking what they got now on TNT.
Let me show you how to block this ad. First, you're gonna click on this video.
Well,
Then
first
you're
we're gonna
go
learn how to
to
block an ad.
blocker. That's com-
Okay.
Of course you can't hear it. You'll hear it on the episode.
Yeah, I know.
You know what that song gives me vibes? That gives me the 2015 Winter Classic vibes. So anyways, there's a lot, like I said, next year, it's just weird thinking that next year will be Ovechkin's last season in the NHL. Up, Bo Horvat, on the move.
Yeah.
That's what NHL Trade Rumor says. Says Bo Horvat on the move, question mark.
Interesting.
Did they just do an article? They just did a fucking article. Never mind. So right now it's pretty quiet, but I'm assuming tomorrow it's going to be very, very active.
The deadline is actually what, Friday?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, 3:00.
Tomorrow is Friday, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh, Brock Lesnar's trending.
Okay.
Brock Lesnar. I wonder who he's going to.
Brock Lesnar, he's going to Winnipeg. That's where he lives. He's gonna play for the Winnipeg Jets. Gabe Davis is trending. Is he going back to Buffalo?
Mm. Is he?
Jared, we got to talk a little bit about your Commanders. How do you feel? A little football talk to get ready for next month when we switch over to the NFL draft. Jared, how do you feel about Deebo Samuels?
I think working with Jaden Daniels, that'll be really good for the Redskins.
Oh, that is a basic answer. Go fuck yourself.
You're welcome.
I think he'll do good because he is good, and the team is good. Better?
That's another basic answer.
We are the goodest of the good. And we're getting gooder by
All right,
the
so
day.
I gotta do this. This first comment on this video for the NBC theme. Kids today won't know how special it was to hear this theme followed by Doc Emmerich's voice. Words to live by.
That's true.
Words to live by.
Very true.
He always had the neatest little sayings for.
Someone just posted this 2 weeks ago. The sound of my Minnesota Wild never make it to past the second round as we always follow the Chicago Blackhawks every year from 2013 to 2015.
Oh my goodness.
We welcome you to the Stanley Cup playoffs presented by Geico on NBC. It's
Ooh,
fantastic.
Burger King has mozzarella fries.
No, I want Sonic.
King.
I want Sonic.
I didn't say we weren't.
I'm
getting
at
Sonic.
Burger Queen with my Burger Queen. Can I get a large fry?
Blasphemy!
Oh
It
my
is
God.
prophesied that the Burger King shall marry the Dairy Queen. You should know that meme.
Lord.
You should know that meme, Jared.
We have discussed that meme at length
No, you haven't.
in previous chats.
Ouch.
I'm at Burger King with my Burger Queen. Can I get a large fry? I'm at Burger King with my Burger Queen.
At this point,
Blasphemy! It is prophesied that the Burger King must marry the Dairy Queen and shall have a daughter named Wendy, a son named Carl Jr., and they will have two jesters that serve
Oh my
them.
God.
One named Ronald, who is a clown, and the other named Jack, who lives in a
box.
They will be guarded
All
by
right,
the
so
noble...
we're going to talk about what's coming up next?
We already
Or are
did.
we just gonna... Oh, just Detroit?
Yeah, that's all we gotta talk about.
Wait a minute. Are we still doing the whatchamacallit?
What?
We're still recording.
We're still recording.
Yeah. Okay.
We're not done yet. We gotta talk about the other games. We gotta talk about
Seattle, Anaheim.
the Hershey Bears. No,
Ah, the Bears.
we're not talking about those games. No one gives a shit about those games.
Let's talk about the number one team in the AHL, the Rochester Americans.
Last time I checked, the defending champions still belong in Hershey, bruh. And here's the thing, Hershey has potential enough talent to win again. And guess who's coming to make them even more dangerous that I don't think Rochester will be able to handle? His name starts with a C and ends with an L. And he leads the WHL with all points. His name is motherfucking Andrew Crystal. You ain't ready for Crystal.
I thought you were gonna say Winston Churchill.
That too. Winston Churchill is on his way. Hershey just called up Jaden Lee from South Carolina. Because they
South
moved
Carolina.
Alexiev up. Yeah. I mean, at this point, it's anyone's game. I mean, Coachella could finally win it all this year. I'm expecting him to win it all this year. I just don't think anyone in the East is going to beat someone from the West. I mean, the Texas Stars could win it all. Colorado Eagles look good this year. Coachella looks good. Rochester just screams choke. They just scream like they're going to choke in the playoffs. They just don't have any superstars on their fucking roster. No offense, Jared.
Well, we are stuck with Buffalo. So
No, Buffalo has all the superstars. They got Rasmus Dahlin.
And look how it's gonna out for them. Yeah, the man who's never played a playoff game.
It'll happen eventually.
Yeah, when he leaves the team.
No, Buffalo will finally realize that they just need an owner. They just got to sell the team. Give it to Ryan Reynolds, man. So anyways,
Ryan Reynolds, I thought he wanted the Senators.
He wanted the Senators, but he still wants a hockey team. All right.
Wrexham
Deadpool
damn near
owning a
killed
hockey
him.
team.
What? All right. So now let's get into potential predictions for the NHL trade deadline. Gil, how active do you think it's going to be tomorrow night? Or tomorrow?
Let me put it this way.
I agree.
In other words, boring.
Gil, wake up!
Hey, what?
Gil, you just missed it. The trade deadline has gone and passed. Mikko Rantanen was traded to the Winnipeg Jets. Somehow we got Dylan Cousins and Paterka for a 5th rounder. Ryan Donato was traded to Vegas. Tampa Bay traded another 1st-round pick.
Didn't you say they don't have a first round until 2028 or something like that now?
Potentially. Those two first rounders they gave up were conditional picks. Top 10.
One of these things actually happened. Which one?
Top 10. Top 10 protected. So if they finish top 10, which they could end up finishing by the next 2 years, because they got maybe a year or 2 left in them. Vasilevsky's getting up there in age. Kucherov's getting up there in age. Hedman's already 32 this year. They got
Marcus is getting up there in age.
Jared, you're older than me.
I know. I'm getting old. I need my cane.
Yeah, don't remind me that it will be 30 in the next 3 years.
Wait, what about the next 3 years?
By the time Trump's out of office, he's going to be 32 years old. Hedman's 34.
I'm getting too old for all this.
Oh my god.
Nikita Kucherov is 31. Braden Point, I think, is 26. 28. Ryan McDonough is 38. He's up there in age. 35. They're not getting any younger. Gil! We lost Gil. Gil.
He'll be back.
Gil. We lost Gil.
He'll be back.
So much for my old
So, do you think Tampa Bay next makes another move?
What's that, honey?
Gil, do you think they make another move?
No, I think they're done. Wouldn't surprise me if they did, but I think they're done.
Well, They need a backup goalie. For sure. I'm at Burger King with my Burger Queen. Can I get a large fry? Alright. Trade trackers. Here we go. So, are we shocked at all that Vegas traded for Riley Smith?
Cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper, cheeseburger, Big
No.
Mac, Whopper.
No.
Alright. So today we had the Vegas Golden Knights acquiring Riley Smith from the New York Rangers for Brendan Brisson and a third-round pick. We also had the Jets getting Chris Drieger from the Florida Panthers for Capo Kakinen. Basically AHL swaps. Then we had New Jersey acquiring Brian Dumoulin for a second-round pick. Oh, that's fucking terrible. Then Florida acquires Stanley Cup champion Nico Sturm and a 7th-round pick for a 4th-round pick. And then yesterday we had the Bunting trade to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh gets Luke Shen and Tommy Novak. We are obviously know where that's going. They're probably going to flip those two at the deadline tomorrow to get even more picks because they're all in to trade. So...
Yeah, I think Pittsburgh's going to be active tomorrow somehow. But who's out there that they want?
They're going to be sellers!
Oh, that's true. Yeah, get rid of people. All right, so who's on the chopping block? Everybody?
Everybody but Sidney Crosby. And Malkin. Yeah. They already came out and said Malkin and Crosby are untouchable. All right. Gil?
Excellent.
Who do you think is going to be the big trade tomorrow?
I don't know. There is going to be a big trade tomorrow.
You think we already got one? You think the Rantanen's going to be the big one?
That's probably it right there. Unless, who did Vincent Harney get traded to the other day?
San Jose.
Oh, right. San Jose. Yeah, San Jose might realize he sucks and trade him again. Wouldn't surprise. Be the 3rd time this year he got traded. Does that ever happen? Somebody get traded 3 times in 1 year?
I guess we'll find out.
I don't know.
I 100% think the big trade will be out of Buffalo. Jordan Greenway is not getting traded. He just re-signed. Bo and Byram, they already came out and said they're keeping him. So that leaves one guy. And I 100% think he's going to Detroit. Dylan Cousins will be the big trade. And it will happen towards the end of the trade deadline. It'll be like a last-minute deal.
That's interesting.
What are you gonna say to that?
That'd be a good move for Detroit.
Gil.
That would be a good move for Detroit. But
so wait a minute. If they do that,
what do they get in return?
Well, who do they put him with if they do that?
He's their second line center.
Okay, so you put him with what? Larkin? Dylan and Dylan?
Larkin's a center. He's their top center.
Oh, all right.
You put him with DeBricket. I think that's their... Let me look up their lines. I'm at Burger Queen with my Burger King. Can I get a large fry?
Oh my god.
Oh, that song stuck in my head. Yeah, so it's Larkin, Soderbaum, and Lucas Raymond as their top line. Then Comfort would move down. Marco Cosby would probably move down. So they would have DeBricket, Cousins, Patrick Kane as their second line. That's pretty deadly.
Sounds like a really bad statue in Chicago. DeBricket.
Don't break it.
Well, he did play for Chicago. That's who drafted him.
Don't break it.
That's true.
So I think Dylan Cousins goes. Dylan Cousins and potentially a 5th rounder goes back to Detroit.
Then what does Buffalo get in return?
Nate Danielson, a 2nd rounder,
A swift kick in the ass.
and potentially a 1st rounder. So they get Nate Danielson, a first rounder, and a 2nd rounder.
Okay. You'd have to get at least that.
No. Because Detroit's not done. Then Detroit will turn around, and they will trade for John Gibson.
They don't want to do that.
Why is he hurt?
Mm-hmm.
They will turn around and they will
left
trade.
the game the other night.
They will turn around and they will trade for Vladar from Calgary.
Dun 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 dun.
All right.
Dun, dun, dun,
Gil,
dun, dun. Yeah.
if the Capitals do make a move, who would you want that's left? Oh, wait. Hold on. TSN just broke something.
Well, tell them to fix it.
Nothing. Okay.
Whole lot of nothing.
All right. Every time TSN goes off. All right. Gil, anyways, who would you want if we could trade for someone at the bottom 6?
And I ask again, who's left?
There's a lot of players left. There's Ryan Donato, Luke Kunin.
No.
Brendan Tanev.
No. Well, maybe him.
There's JJ Peterka.
No.
But that's an
Absolutely
off. That's
not.
No.
Hell no. Hell yeah.
I do not want anybody from Buffalo at this point.
Well, not right now. I'm talking about
Not right now.
That's a potential off-season move.
They were right. Not right now. Nobody from them right now.
Even though he does fucking tend to kill us. We could probably get him for a 3rd rounder too. There's Peterka. There is Brandon Carlo.
No.
Who else is pretty bad? Pittsburgh. I don't want to trade with Pittsburgh though. Philadelphia. There's Scott Lofton, but there's talks that he's gonna stay. He's trying to work out a deal to re-sign with the Flyers, so he's probably out of the picture. But I mean, he would be an excellent 4th line center for us. A replacement for Nick Dowd next year. There's Fabry on Anaheim. Alex Killorn, but his contract's too fucking big. Seattle. I mean, we could probably try to pry Andre Burakovsky from Seattle again. Get a reunion with him.
Yeah, but when he didn't we
already do that with a guy named what was his name? Jacob Vrana?
Yeah, but Burakovsky's not like Vrana. Burakovsky, he actually produces. Where Jacob Vrana just, there's nights where he disappears, and there's nights where he doesn't fit anywhere. Burakovsky physically he helped 2 teams win a Stanley Cup. Where Vrana helped us his rookie year, but that was about it. There's Burakovsky. Trying to look up other teams.
Would Burakovsky want to come back though?
Nashville, there's Colton Sissons, which I would love to get him. He would have been excellent third line center for us.
Well, then why, instead of waiving Rana, why didn't we swap him 1-for-1? If that was the plan.
I don't know on that one. I'm just saying I would love to get him, but I don't think we're gonna go after him because Nashville's probably asking way too much for him. That's probably your answer.
All right.
Because they're seeing.
Well, that's why the Caps aren't going to do anything because everybody's going to ask for too much.
Because they're looking at the Anna Gord trade and thinking we can get that too.
Well, they're looking at all our prospects and think they're going to get a piece of that. I got news. You ain't touching it.
They want a piece of that ass.
Yeah, they do.
Hey, we could get Tom Wilson's favorite player, Oscar Sundqvist.
Oh God.
Oh God.
You know, the guy that he fucking completely wrecked and got suspended for 40 games.
Was that the guy on, who the hell was it?
The Blues.
St. Louis.
Yeah. Stanley Cup, the season where we were the defending champs.
Yeah, it was a preseason game.
Utah, I would say Utah, but Utah just re-signed Alex Kerfoot, so he's out of the picture. We can do a reunion with Liam O'Brien. A guy I would love to get is Lawson Krause. He's pretty good. He gets in the dirty areas. Jack McBain's another player we could look at.
The leg breaker? No, that's not happening.
Montreal, we already talked. Jake Evans is out of the picture. He re-signed. I mean, we could probably still get Yoel Armia, which he could be an excellent player on the wing. Better than Majapani and Radish right now. So there's a lot of guys out there. Just the question is, are we willing to trade for them? The only guy I think we can get for cheap is Donato. But the question is Chicago willing to give him up if they can just re-sign him? Because they don't really have anyone for Bedard right now.
Right.
Until Oliver Moore comes over. Well, they have Frank Nazar, but Frank Nazar, this is his rookie year. It's going to take him some time to adjust. I mean, we can get Pablo Zacha, but I don't want him. He sucks. Charlie Coyle, but he's going to be too much.
No.
What?
No.
What's so funny, Jared?
Nothing, just I'm watching something.
Columbus isn't going to trade anyone. Columbus just re-signed someone, Oliver, so he's off the table. New Jersey's going to be trading for Ryan O'Reilly. Probably going to offer Dawson Mercer for him because Dawson Mercer has just been trash. I mean, we could probably make a deal with the Islanders, but who the fuck do the Islanders have? I mean, we could get Jean-Gabriel Pageau, but no.
Why?
Fucking sucks.
Bo Horvat.
He was good all of 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Why would we trade for Bo Horvat?
Because he's got whore in his name.
Sonny Milano.
Why would we trade for a guy that's on our roster?
No, he's saying send Sonny back to them.
Are you saying that?
Send Sonny there. We'll take Horvat.
Oh my God! You know what? We could probably do that with how fucking old and delusional Lou Lambro is.
I was just gonna say he's senile enough to fall for that.
Right now, the lines look. The third line looks like this: Eller, Majapani, Radish, and there's no way in hell that line has to change before the playoffs. If we want to do, if we wanted to make any kind of noise in the playoffs, that has to be different. Radish needs to go. I think that's why we got rid of Verana. Is we can potentially bench Radish and get someone from the deadline, or make some room for Leonard. That's the big thing. Is the team does Patrick feel great enough to think that Ryan Leonard's all we need to do much in the playoffs this year? I mean, honestly, it's looking like that's what he believes, and to be fair, I don't disagree with him. I mean, put Leonard on that third line. Teams like the Rangers they're not gonna have a good time playing our fucking third line. when they got a fucking pest. But don't shake your head, Gil. Don't shake your head.
You know how I feel about this.
Don't shake your head.
I'm sorry.
Don't shake your head.
I am.
Don't
sorry.
shake your head.
It's not happening.
I'm sorry to break it to you.
He's a black ace.
I'm sorry to break it to you. I'm sorry to break it to you. But Ryan Leonard.
I'm sorry to break it to you.
Ryan
He's
Leonard.
Not see the ice.
Ryan Leonard is 100% better than Taylor Radish. I'm sorry to break it to you. Radish is the odd man out. If we don't make a move at the deadline, Radish is sitting on the bench. I'm sorry to break it to you.
In 1 year's time, he will be, but not right now.
He's not even going to be on the team next year. We're not even going to re-sign him. That's how bad he's been.
That's what I'm saying. But
another guy that could get benched is
Majapani. You can't put him right
Majapani.
now and expect results. It's too soon.
Majapani is also going to get fucking benched.
Oh, they're just gonna let him walk. Nobody wants him.
Anyways,
his contract's too much and he's not producing. So they're not gonna be able to trade him. They're just gonna let him walk. Produces. Mangiapane produces, just not enough to match that contract he's got right now.
Yeah, but to be fair, I don't think we even we did sign him. I thought we traded. No, we traded for him. We traded for him. Dallas isn't gonna trade us to anyone. I mean, Dallas down the line looks pretty good. I mean, we could potentially trade them. Radish could go all on that fourth line. The Kings are gonna want someone, but I think the Kings are gonna get Rickard Rakell from Pittsburgh. Let's see what Philadelphia has. Wow, Michkov is playing on the third line for them. All right, but anyways, we got to do something with this third line. Like I said, I think ultimately Jake Verano was put on waivers because they're going to end up benching one of these three players on that third line. Sonny Milano is going to be back soon. They're going to. He's skating, but I don't think he's ready yet.
He might not be back. Last I heard, he wasn't participating in the last two skates.
He practiced in a full contact jersey.
That was 3 days ago. He hasn't skated since. Was the last thing I heard.
No, that was more than 3 days ago. That was last week when I was down there.
Okay, well, he had some practices in a regular jersey, but then he stopped.
I blame Marcus.
He hasn't seen the ice since, so I don't know what's going on with that. But that's what I heard.
I don't care what finger you put in your ass, Marcus. No wonder it's all brown under the fingernail. What's wrong, Gail?
Nothing.
See, Jared, the amount of shit that comes out of your mouth, I'm surprised your teeth aren't fucking dark brown.
They are kind of yellow.
Alright. Like I said, though, I do think we're going to make... I would not be shocked if we don't make any kind of moves, but we got to do something on that third line.
Oh, that's obvious, but there are going to be more choices come the off season.
True that.
So might as well wait till then. And do you really want to dip in the prospect pool or wreck the chemistry for a rental? I don't.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, really, honestly, if they really want to take a risk, you're better off just giving it to fucking Leonard and then running with the ball. I mean, if you really, really want to make a risk, do that. I mean, what are you going to lose? I mean, if he doesn't perform in the playoffs, it's fine.
You're going to shatter his confidence. That's what you're going to do.
Yeah, but Ryan Leonard performs well in the playoffs. I don't think
Ryan Leonard has not played against men yet. And the one time he did, he didn't do very well.
Oh,
It's what I've been trying to tell you for a month.
No. He'll be fine.
Okay.
He'll be fine. Gil, he will be fine.
Don't question his man, Gil.
No. he needs a whole fucking season, and then you put him in the high pressure situation. You don't throw him in the goddamn deep end with an anchor.
That's pretty much what the Buffalo Sabres does with players.
Exactly.
They do that, but you got
they did
that
with
give
Devin Levi.
Gil. You also got to give credit to Spencer. What if Spencer puts him in there and he fucking performs? How about that? What are you gonna say to that?
That's a very big what if.
I don't know, because Spencer got the best out of McMichael. He's got the best out of fucking Protus. So why can't he get the best out of Leonard?
Season pro. So is Protus.
McMichael's not a season pro. He barely fucking played for Lafayette.
He played
has
enough.
a point.
He played enough.
Half the fucking time he was in the fucking press box because Lafayette didn't know how to fucking use him.
Ladies, let's calm down.
But anyways, as I was saying, they have to do something with the third line. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's gonna be. Like either it's gonna be a fucking guy they trade at the deadline, or they get someone from Hershey, or they get a prospect like Leonard. We will find out around April.
Who would you bring up from Hershey?
There's a couple guys. I would put Dubé. Dubé's one. Dubé, Miro. Miro, I would put up. I'd bring Miro up. Miro looks like he's ready for the NHL. Finally looks like he's ready for the NHL. He will crack the lineup next year. 100%.
Clay Stevenson.
Will crack the lineup. Who?
Clay Stevenson.
A bum? You mean that bum that's rocking below 900 save percentage? That Caps fans said he was going to be the future in net? You mean that guy? A guy that's rocking.
Right. You're right. We should try to trade him to Florida for Vanacek.
Here we go again with this shit.
My God.
The only way we trade for Vanacek is to send his ass back to the ECHL.
How dare you?
So he is rocking an 883 save percentage. Yeah, so yeah, he's NHL. Yeah, he's totally ready for the NHL.
That's a future Stanley Cup.
He's already fucking 26 years old. Florida's not fucking repeating, bro. They're losing in the first round. Detroit's knocking them out. Calling it now. Calling it right now. Detroit will knock Florida out of the playoffs. This feels so similar to when Carolina finally made it back to the playoffs and knocked us out of the playoffs. And we were the better fucking team. Florida feels the same fucking situation. Florida's going to lose in fucking 7. I'm calling it now.
Wouldn't be the case if Matt Tkachuk didn't get fornicated.
That too. If Matt Tkachuk wasn't going to be out for the remainder of the season, I would have a different opinion. But I just feel like Detroit's going to surprise some teams this year. Detroit is going to they're a team that you don't want to make the playoffs right now because they're fast, they're a high-powered offense, and if they get a goalie, look out. They're the future. Like Detroit might go back to they might not go back to the dominance they were from the 90s up until the mid 2010s, but they're going to be a dominant force to be reckoned with. That top 6 is nasty. Their top 3 defenders are amazing. Maurice Seider is arguably one of the most underrated defensemen in the league. Gil's shaking his head again.
No, I'm scratching my head.
I was like, Gil.
I'm not arguing.
No,
Seider is very. If he were playing anywhere else, he'd be getting a lot more minutes, a lot more airtime.
Well, he'd be getting more recognition.
Yeah.
And But anyways, I just Detroit's a team that no one wants to play in the playoffs. And there's also a little thing I gotta say. The last 5, potential 6 Stanley Cup champions outside of Tampa Bay and Pittsburgh have lost in the first round. The following year, they won the Stanley Cup championship. Boston in 2011 lost to us in 2012. Chicago 2015 lost to St. Louis in 2017. Us 2018 Stanley Cup champions lost to Carolina in 2019. St. Louis 2019 lost to Vancouver in 2020. Colorado 22 lost to Seattle in 23. Vegas last year lost to Dallas in the first round. Do you see where pattern's going? Stanley Cup champions since 2010. Shit, even Chicago, they lost in 2010 or 2011 to Vancouver. If you noticed, Gil, you noticed the pattern.
Oh, yeah.
Stanley Cup champions outside of Tampa Bay and Pittsburgh have yet to make it out of the first round since 2010. The only other team to do that was LA. LA did it in 2012. They went to the conference finals in 2013. But they had that amazing 3-year run where they went to the Stanley Cup 2012, 2014. They won both times, and they went to the conference finals in 2013. They have yet to be back since. Chicago's the same way. Chicago had that amazing run from 2009 to 2016. They haven't been back since. Oh, it was 2016, not 2017. They lost to St. Louis in the first round. Troy Bauer got the game winner. Yeah, that was around the time the Capitals traded for TJ Oshie. Speaking of TJ Oshie, he recently was on, forgot what it was. He was on talking about some stuff. Talking about his injury and shit. Oh, the parade. They were talking about the parade a week ago. They were talking about the parade and shit. Because they had they put a plaque in Waterfront where the Capitals swam. And Oshie will 100% retire at the end of this year. I knew it. Cheryl knew it. Half the arena people in the arena in Game 4 against the Rangers knew it. When you see a player look up in the rafters, take a deep breath, stand on the ice for a good 40 to 50 seconds, you know he's probably going to retire. Gil, do you want to have a moment and talk about how impactful that TJ Oshie trade is, since the trade deadline is coming? I mean, the trade came in the offseason, but it's still a trade nonetheless. That trade was impactful for the Capitals organization.
Oh. Yeah, kind of goes without saying. I mean, no Oshie, no Cup. That's
Oshie
really
scored that important game 6 goal against Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
He also scored an important goal. He made an important play in Game 5 against Pittsburgh, where he stole that puck, and he sent it down the ice. If he doesn't steal that puck, who was it? It wasn't Dumoulin. It was Alexiak. Alexiak had the puck. He would have found the back of the net, and that's 4-4. And we're probably talking about a different story. We're probably talking about a three-peat for the Pittsburgh Penguins. So Oshie was a big part of this franchise, and to see him go the way he did, it's heartbreaking. I mean, Backstrom's the same way, but these two guys will be no longer on the roster after this season, and I hope to God the last game of the season against, I believe it is
Pittsburgh.
No, at home, the last home game.
Oh, the home one.
I think it's Philadelphia.
I don't know.
No, it's CBJ.
Columbus. I hope to God that they both can stand on the ice and they could have a ceremony for their retirement. Or they do it at the beginning of the year. But we will see. Anything else to talk about before me and Cheryl decide what the fuck we want for dinner?
I think I'm good. Gil
Should we-
disappeared again.
Should wait for Gil. Shut the Jared! Stop fucking scarring the kids! Nobody wants to see your ugly face. Fuck. You fucking screen cracked, bro.
Oh my god. Having fun with my pencil sharpener?
Oh my god, I'm scarred for life. Where's Gil at? We need Gil. Where'd Gil go?
I don't know. Where did Gil go?
Alright, I think we're going to wrap things up. Me and Cheryl are going to get some food. Jared is completely lost his mind. I think it's time to wrap things up. Gil, you're back.
There's Gil.
Let's wrap this up. Gil, you completely missed it.
What I missed?
Jared's over there losing his mind, showing his ugly face to the camera. Now, say the line. Say the line, Jared.
I see dead people.
Alright, we will see you guys again next week. Let's go Caps on 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Let's go Caps!
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely